Once upon a time, there was a woman named Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Lizzie to her friends. She was born in a world that expected women to stay quiet, to follow rules they had no part in making. She wasn't a queen or a celebrity, but she had a big heart and an even bigger idea. Lizzie believed that every woman deserved a voice, and she dreamed of a future where women could shape their own destinies. In her world, women couldn't vote, own property equally, or choose their own paths. Their choices were limited, their dreams often dismissed. Lizzie saw this injustice and refused to accept it. She knew that change would not come easily, but she was determined to try. She saw smart, hardworking women everywhere, and wondered, why shouldn't their voices count? Why should their talents and hopes be ignored? This question drove her every day. It became the spark that fueled her passion for justice and equality. Lizzie started talking, first to friends, then to crowds. She shared her ideas in parlors and meeting halls, never afraid to speak her mind. She wrote articles and speeches, demanding equal rights for women. Her words traveled far, reaching people she would never meet. Her ideas shocked many, but inspired even more. Some called her radical, but others saw hope in her vision. Lizzie's words planted seeds of change. Those seeds would grow into a movement that would one day transform the nation. She became a leader in the fight for women's rights, inspiring others to stand up and demand justice. In 1848, she organized the first Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York. It was a bold step, and it changed everything. There, she boldly declared that all men and women are created equal. Her words echoed through the hall, challenging old beliefs. Her courage inspired thousands to join the cause. People from all walks of life began to believe that change was possible. Lizzie worked her whole life for equality, never giving up. Even when progress was slow, she kept fighting for what was right. She showed everyone that asking, "Why not?" can change the world. Her determination became a beacon for others. She was a true pioneer, lighting the way for generations to come. Her legacy lives on in every person who dares to dream of equality. Lizzie's story reminds us that one person's voice can spark a movement. Even the smallest act of courage can inspire others to stand up. And that's how a woman named Lizzie began to change history. One word, one action, and one dream at a time. Over time, a legend grew around Lizzie. A legend not of dragons, but of rain magic. On the most important days when Lizzie spoke, gentle rain would often fall. It wasn't a storm, but a soft shower, as if the sky itself listened to her words. People believed the rain washed away fear and doubt, giving women courage. The rain seemed to say, "You are not alone, change is coming." Even those who disagreed found themselves listening more closely. Rain magic wasn't about spells, but about hope and renewal. Lizzie's words, like rain, nourished new ideas and washed away old, unfair traditions. Supporters would smile when clouds gathered, whispering, "The rain magic is coming." It became a secret sign of hope. The legend added wonder to Lizzie's real-life bravery. Rain magic reminded everyone that nature and hope could work together. And so, Lizzie's story grew. Part history, part quiet magic. Many years later, in a forgotten corner of the world, a quiet girl named Laura Mackenzie lived in a drought-stricken town where the sun seemed to never leave the sky. The grass was brown, the fields cracked, and hope was fading from the hearts of the townspeople. Every day, Laura watched as her neighbors grew more worried, their faces etched with concern. One day, while seeking comfort in the quiet corners of the town library, Laura found an old book about inspiring women from history. She read about Elizabeth Cady Stanton and the legend of rain magic, a story that promised hope even in the driest times. The idea that rain could bring hope, and that hope could bring change, touched Laura deeply and lingered in her thoughts. She looked at her worried town and wondered if she too could help in some way, even if she couldn't summon rain from the sky. Laura realized she couldn't make it rain, but she could bring hope to those around her, even if it was just a little at first. Inspired by Lizzie's courage and determination, Laura decided to act, no matter how small her actions might seem. She believed that even a small gesture, a kind word, a planted flower, a helping hand, could spark change and lift spirits. Laura wanted to remind her town not to give up, to keep believing that better days would come, even if they seemed far away. The story of rain magic planted a seed in her heart, one that grew stronger with every act of kindness she shared. She saw that one person's actions could inspire many, and that hope could spread like ripples in a pond. Laura's connection to Lizzie wasn't just about history. It was about believing in the power of hope and the courage to act. She decided to be the spark her town needed, lighting a candle of hope for everyone to see. Sometimes the smallest actions can create the biggest ripples, and Laura was ready to make a difference, one hopeful step at a time. Laura started the Hope Garden on a forgotten patch of land, a place most people had given up on. The soil was cracked and dry, and weeds had taken over, but Laura saw possibility where others saw only loss. The town council doubted her. How could a garden grow without rain? They shook their heads, convinced her efforts would be wasted in the relentless drought. But Laura explained, the garden was about hope, not just plants. She spoke with quiet determination, sharing her vision of a place where people could gather, dream, and believe in better days. Volunteers joined her, clearing dry soil and painting rocks with messages like, "Don't give up," and "The rain will come." Each rock became a promise, a small beacon of encouragement for anyone passing by. Pinwheels spun in the wind, bringing color and life to the dusty ground. Their cheerful motion reminded everyone that even in hard times, joy could be found. Laura read stories of courage in the garden, including Lizzie's rain magic. Children and adults alike listened, their imaginations sparked by tales of hope and resilience. The garden became a gathering place for hope, not sorrow. People came to share their worries, but left with lighter hearts. People began to smile again, helping each other and sharing what they had. Neighbors who barely spoke before now worked side by side, forming new friendships. The town's spirit was revived, even as the drought continued. The Hope Garden became a symbol of their resilience and unity. Then, one afternoon, dark clouds appeared on the horizon, rolling in with a promise of change. A cool breeze blew, and the first drops of rain fell, dotting the parched earth and sending ripples of excitement through the town. Soon, a gentle, steady rain soaked the town. The air filled with the scent of wet earth, and people rushed outside to feel the miracle for themselves. It fell on the Hope Garden, the painted rocks, and the smiling faces of everyone who had believed. The rain felt magical, just like the legend Laura had read about. It was as if their hope had called the clouds home. Laura's small act had brought her community together, showing them the power of believing in something bigger than themselves. The rain was a reward for their shared hope, a gift for their patience and unity. Sometimes believing is the first step to change. It can turn even the driest season into a time of possibility. And sometimes, hope brings the rain, transforming not just gardens, but entire communities. Elizabeth Stanton's greatest tool was her voice. In a time when women were expected to be silent, she spoke out for justice. She faced criticism, but her courage never wavered. Her words started a conversation that spread across the country. By speaking up, she inspired other women to find their voices. Laura, too, used her voice, quietly but powerfully. She persuaded the town council, read to children, and encouraged her neighbors. Both Lizzie and Laura proved that one voice can spark incredible change. It doesn't matter if it's loud or soft. What matters is the courage behind it. Lizzie's voice demanded new laws. Laura's voice revived a town spirit. Both showed that bravery and hope can inspire a community. Change begins with a single voice willing to speak up. Their stories remind us, your voice matters. Use it to make a difference. The stories of Lizzie and Laura are like two songs with the same hopeful tune. For both, rain became a symbol of transformation. For Lizzie, rain meant washing away injustice and nurturing equality. For Laura, rain was hope fulfilled after a long drought. The Hope Garden was an act of faith, believing rain would return. When it finally did, it was more than weather, it was a miracle. Lizzie's rain magic changed society. Laura's hope changed her town. Rain signaled the end of drought, whether of rights or water. Their stories teach us that hope and action can transform any hardship. Lizzie's fight for justice echoed through time, inspiring Laura. The rain connects them, a reminder that new growth is always possible. Even in the driest times, hope can bring renewal. The magic of transformation lives on in every act of courage. In the end, Lizzie and Laura's stories aren't about controlling the weather. The real magic was inside them, the magic of courage and hope. Lizzie changed the world with her words and belief in justice. Laura brought her community together with a simple idea. The true transformation happened when people believed and worked together. We all have this magic inside us, a voice to speak up, hope to share, and courage to act. You don't need to be famous to make a difference. Change starts with one person and a brave idea. When the world feels dry, remember Lizzie and Laura. Look for the magic inside yourself. Use your voice, share your hope, and plant your own garden in the dust. Your actions can be the gentle rain that brings new life. Sometimes the smallest magic can change everything.